Welcome back to Nick Lenz's Comic Corner Classics and Known Classics. This is episode number 1306 and the 1200 double shot. Excuse me. Wow, 1200 double shots. That's quite something, to say the least. Yep. Now, for this particular episode, I have two Marvel trades. Both of them really good. Now, this first one is the second volume of let's just say a big story arc for this particular character. This is Punisher War Machine Volume 2. Collecting Punisher 224 to 228. Yeah, this is something for... Let me talk a bit about numbering. Numbering is a bit too low. Yes, for some strange reason, when Marvel decided to restore Punisher to its triple digit numbering back in 2017, about 4 years ago, they included the first, third, fourth. Okay, includes 4 volumes. Good. The sixth volume, that was perfectly acceptable because it's non-canon, because of the different universe. Volume 5, I tend to question, why the heck could they not include this book? Why? Because this book lays into the Punisher Max? It's possible that, or the fact it was very negatively received. I'm not really sure why they decided not to include that. Whatever volumes they include. Volumes 7 through 10, of course. Yep. Volume 7 was by Rick Remender. 8, Greg Rucka. 9 was by Nathaniel Emerson. 10 was by Becca Cohen, the series' first female writer. This book is done by Matthew Rosenberg. Yep. Simply put, this is the second half of the storyline. It's simply put, the Punisher comes home to basically battle criminals and terrorize them with the War Machine armor. Yep, that's what happens in here. Also, he basically gets an argument with a bunch of the Marvel superheroes. Oh, and also Nick Fury wants the armor back. For reasons. Despite the fact he's technically the person who gave him the damn armor in the first place. Yep, and we have guest star appearances by, get this, Luke Cage, Winter Soldier, Black Widow, Mockingbird. But in case you're curious though, does Iron Man show up in here? Yes. When the Pentium issue the storyline, and he fights Punisher in the War Machine outfit. And we also see the return of James Rhodes. This is just after Iron Man 600 just happened. Yeah, just after, which that was revealed that basically Rhodey was resurrected via cloning. Yep. Also, the first person to confront Frank when he comes back is Carol Danvers. Yes, James Rhodes' girlfriend. Yeah, and I still think that James Rhodes is one of the luckiest guys in the Marvel Universe to say someone as hot as Carol Danvers. Yep, they fight for a while. The arm gets damaged. He goes back to a hideout he's had, one of many different hideouts he's had. And he's there for a while, and then he's confronted by a bunch of boatloads of Marvel superheroes. He even briefly fights Daredevil and Spider-Man, 2 guys he's never got along with. But it's always great to see Spider-Man appear in a Punisher book because, well, Punisher frequently appeared in Spider-Man over the years, and vice versa. Kind of the same thing with Daredevil. So one character who's not shown up in here is, well, Captain America. Though they do have Civil Rogers pop up in here. Yes, Civil Rogers pops up for a quick cameo, like, hi, I'm still here, despite the fact I should be freaking erased. Yep, Matthew Rosenberg decided to throw the guy in because, well, because Nick Spencer kept the guy alive, despite the fact nobody wanted this guy alive at all. Despite the fact this character is probably be the most hated character here in Marvel Comics. Punisher doesn't kill him. Nope, he's still in prison. Luckily enough that the current writer is like, yeah, keep this guy around, this complete utter nonsense. So he had to wear in the current volume for the book in issue 9, he kills off Civil Rogers. So, thank you, Ty Cotis. Yes, thank you, man, for killing off a character that is probably, in my opinion, the most hated character in the last decade from Marvel Comics. Thank you for doing it. You should get an award for killing that character off. Yep. And of course, also in here, we have a bit of setup for the next volume, which is basically a relaunch numbering. Because of course we have to have it. I gotta show off this too because this is awesome. Yes, they actually have Punisher versus Punisher versus Iron Man here. Now, one friend Edgar reviewed this a few years ago. He was pretty disappointed with this finale. Like, this fight was over really quickly. And basically having James Rhodes show up and claim back his armor, that was quite nice. But why the heck wasn't it that the Iron Man versus Punisher fight, why was that, like, dealt with why was it wrapped up, like, people were expecting, like, a hard knuckle brawl between two guys in suits of armor. Like, hey, that belongs to a friend of mine, give it back to me. He's like, no, this is mine. And I do agree, the fight is pretty disappointing. Yes, I don't know whose fault with this. I highly doubt it was Rosenberg who did this, basically. This is probably editorial mandate, basically. Probably sick, ugly nose it. Yep. I should put up the artwork in here for issues 224, 226, 227. It's by Severino Lacanardi, and 225, 228 is by Gu Valovia. Yeah. And let me show off the page that everybody wanted to see when it comes to this book. Yes. Iron Man at the end of 227. Yep, it's like, okay, we get this artwork for this issue. A pretty good artwork. And then we abruptly change it to a different artist for the final issue. Yeah, I'm not really sure why that is. It's particularly quite weird. The cover art here is done by Clayton Crane, who is, like I said before in a few videos I've talked about him, he's a damn good artist. But as for the finale for this storyline, it's pretty good. It does set up pretty much the next volume in a nutshell. So yeah, I'll give this book roughly a 9.5 out of 10. Final thoughts on the War Machine volume, on the War Machine era from Punisher. Yeah, I had the first book. I got this from Comic-Con. This one I bought online from Amazon. I gotta say, it's a good storyline. And for the start of Matthew Rosenberg's run for this book, it's pretty good. It is shocking, though, when it comes to Matthew Rosenberg, that this book is the only book that's actually his longest book he was actually on at Marvel. He's been at Marvel now for 6 years, and this book is his longest one, The Punisher. A good book. Yes, his run is pretty good. I love his run. But why is it that every other book he's worked on gets canceled really quickly? Like, let me list some examples. Like, Kingpin, 5 issues, though he basically told me that was expected. Rocket Raccoon, 5 issues. Secret Warriors, 12. This book was by far really long. Like, he was in this book for, like, about 25 issues. Which, that's pretty lengthy. Uncanny X-Men, 22 issues. Astonishing X-Men, freaking 5 issues. I mean, why does Marvel not... Oh, yeah, and also... let's see, what's that one? Hawkeye Freefall, 6 issues. Apparently, Marvel does not like his book to succeed for some strange reason, despite the fact he still keep getting work. Currently, for all I look at the line, he's working on 2 series right now. Wolverine, Red, White, and Blood. And Carnage, Red, White, and Blood. 2 pretty good books. They're anthology books. That's what he's working on with Danny Curtis. Yeah. After all those other books get canceled, that's the only 2 being published right now. Alright, next up, something really cool. We actually have Conan The Serpent War. The battle, actually, this is the battle for the Serpent Crown. Yeah, Serpent War is actually a different book. Yeah, 5-issue miniseries. Now, this is mostly like something that Conan does outside of Sabbath Adventures, because Conan Barbarian is in the hybrid age. This is basically Conan in present day. So, he teams up with this particular thief to rob Hotel Inferno. Yep, robs the place. Yeah, goes in to rob it. And of course, basically, in case you're curious though, it's Hotel Inferno. Does Conan get a confrontation with Mephisto? Yes, in the finale for the storyline. We also have Conan versus the Black Panther. Conan versus Namor. We also have, because we're in Las Vegas, and of course he's here, the Ben Reilly Scarlet Spider. Oh, by the way, he wasted him in just 2 pages. Yes, the Ben Reilly Scarlet Spider. Yeah, he just basically punched him once and threw him against an electric billboard. And he fries him. It's like, this man Spider's been fried. I wonder how he feels about the actual Spider-Man. Okay. And this is all about getting the Serpent Crown. Yep, that's what this book is about, getting the Serpent Crown. Yeah, the Serpent Crown. Though it is really cool the fact that he got a chance to encounter the Black Panther, Shara's in here as well, to transport Conan to Atlantis. And he gets a great battle with Namor, which, why not? And basically, despite the fact that, here's the thing, during his fight with Black Panther, he actually earned Black Panther's respect in the battle. Because, despite being a barbarian, the guy's one damn good fighter. Heck, he earns Namor's respect. Which, you gotta appreciate the writer of this, who is Saud Ahmad. Really good. This is really good. I thoroughly enjoy this. Yep. Now, Luke Ross does the interior artwork. Which, really good book. Really good artwork. Yeah, they got a champion. No, it's not the character created by... what was the name of that artist? It was, it's not the guy created... It's not the guy alien created by Thanos. No. Or the guy who created Thanos. No. It's not, excuse me, it's not Jim Stone. It's a completely different guy. So, he battles him, gets back to Serpent Crown. It gets basically kind of kills him in the way. And Conan goes off his own, basically go back to Pages of Avengers. This is basically just a side thing for him. But this is just pure fun. I'll give this book roughly I'll give it a 10 out of 10 because it's just so damn good. And I am going to get my hands on this book right here. I am going to get my hands on this book. I'm going to talk about because how interesting idea it is, basically, where Moon Knight teams up with Conan the Barbarian, which I'm looking forward to my hands on the book when I get a chance to get it. Yep. So yeah, that's it for this particular review. Stay tuned for my next review for Boruto plus 2 more comic corners. Yeah, it's something I'll read 2 really good trades, and I did it in just 12 minutes without gushing by every single detail. Yeah, so I do highly recommend checking out both these 2 books out. Matthew Roswell's Punish book, and of course this mini-series, because it is so freaking good. Yes, I kind of wish Gary Duggan wrote this series so we could at least have a loose tie into Seven Avengers, but yeah, you can kind of say this is basically a tie into Seven Avengers, which he basically does mention that he's after his arch nemesis, Colic Goth, who actually is kind of in the way the main villain of Seven Avengers, and you can kind of say that this is just a side quest for him. Yeah, that's all it is. Maybe a side quest, but it's an awesome one. Yep. So yeah, until we see you next video, which will be Boruto. Bye.